To go over what Dwayne was just talking about too. So let me start the recording. Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is March 5th, 2012. It's Monday, March 5th, 2012. I want to go over some stuff here on the Rusell this morning. Okay, show you some things. And we traded, how many trades did we take this morning on the Rusell? We took 3 trades. We got 2 break-evens, that one, and we got 6 ticks out of this one. My Rusell DOM is right here. I know it says 5 ticks. We slipped 1 tick on this one here. Or maybe it was this one. No, it was this one. We slipped 1 tick on that one. But that was a break-even trade. That one went up, I don't know, 5 or 6 ticks in our direction, and then I moved my stop up to break-even. This one went down about 10 or 11 ticks. I moved my stop to +6, and it came back and got me a +6 before it finished moving down. This one over here was just about break-even. Now, these are the kind of moves that we normally get, that I was expecting on Friday. Unfortunately, Friday, we did not get the moves that we normally get. But let me just start up from the beginning, okay? We had the weekly trading zone right here, so we weren't trading anything. Right here where the Rusell curled up, where the combo curled up toward the cycle, there was an opportunity to go long right there for about 6 or 8 ticks. And then everything turned around and we got back into the zone and it was a little bit choppy. Then we came into the news event right here. All this stuff in the news event we're not even going to look at because we weren't trading. We're going back into the zone right here. We weren't going to do that. Finally back over here. We did trade again when we had an opportunity to go long into the cycle. Okay, when this curled up, gave us an opportunity to get long right in there. We did. It gave us some profit before it came back and got us at break-even. We moved our stop up to break-even there. The price turned around and it came down here. I jumped into this one at market. My entry was actually a few ticks off. It gave me about 10 or 12 ticks profit. I moved my stop up to +6. It came back and got me a +6. Again, it turned around in here and gave the same opportunity on the long side. Alright, right up there, we got in there. We ended up getting, after we had some profit in the trade, we moved our stop up, and it actually slipped us 1 tick on that one. This was an opportunity that I was pointing out to the folks in the live trading room this morning. This move down right here. When this cycle turned into this longer-term red line right here, I was telling everyone this morning that those are generally pretty good moves. Now let me just do something just for illustration purposes here. Remove that. There we go. And this goes toward what Dwayne was talking about earlier when he was mentioning, as the show started, he was mentioning the nice moves in the Rusell this morning. Now this right here is sort of like a longer term cycle. We have our regular cycle indicator, which is shown right down here. This is our regular cycle, but this is a longer term cycle. And usually when you get a change from red to blue or blue to red, you're going to have a pretty good move in that direction. Okay. Now let me just draw one of these lines here on the chart. Let me just change the properties of that so it will extend infinite. Okay. And make it a little bolder for you so you can see it. We'll make it black and thick. There. All right, I'm just gonna throw these on the chart right here, right about where oops, blue and black and blue and red changed. Okay, just to illustrate the simplicity of it all. There's one. There's one. There's one. Now in here it chopped around a little bit. I mentioned it when it was happening here. And when everything came together right here, if you take the longer term stuff and then you use the shorter term for your entries, right over here is where the entry was. Okay. And let's see, right in here. You see that I'm putting it a couple of bars after the actual color change. so you get a more realistic picture of where the thing actually happened. Now this one didn't go up to the top to the overbought area. See, it hesitated here, and then it's come back down a little bit. It's doing it again right now. It's going right into the zone, though, but I'll throw it on right there, too, just so you can see. Now, once you get that, and you see that there's a possible direction change coming. I didn't do it back here on these, but we can. You see there's a possible direction change coming. Then you use the faster stuff down here to get into the trade. Alright? So I'm just showing you different ways of doing things here. Right here, when this curls up, you have blue right here. Right here it said there's possible direction change up. It chopped around a little bit in here, then we finally closed up above right there. We had a roll up right here on this. Possible entry right there. Possible entry right there. I'll just draw them in for you. Possible entry there. There where I actually did enter. Again over here. And then it went red. So now it's gone red. So right there on the downside. And then it went blue again over here. So watching down here for it to turn up while it's still blue, nothing. It went red. So watching for it to turn down while it's still red, you see? There's nothing. Now it's blue, and to turn up right here at the blue. So a possible entry right there. Okay? And now it's red, so we'd be looking for this to come up and roll back over. Right? The black line right there to come up and roll back over. That's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you. Anyway, we ended the morning with plus 5 ticks on the Rusell. Okay, I know I took a little time in there to just illustrate that, but that'll be good for everyone when you watch the recaps. When I put it out on the website and you watch the recaps. Okay, or actually Dwayne puts it on the website. I put it out on YouTube. Now, as far as the ES goes, we didn't have anything here in the morning session on the 4-tick range. The only opportunity was right in here. Well, that was disqualified because of this space. Alright. There was another one right in here just at the close of the morning session, but it was going down into the weekly trading zone, so there was nothing in there either. You'd still be in that trade if you did take it. Okay, so we really didn't have anything there. On the 10,000 contract chart, we really didn't have anything here either. The ES it had a nice move down right over here, but that was it. That was it. After it did that, then it just didn't give us any other opportunities. The YM gave a few opportunities this morning. We only took one. Thanks. We only took one opportunity. We missed a bunch of them. Right here was the first one. We had a bearish cross and a pull back up to the BBC. Over here, we didn't have any. Over here, right in here or in here, either one of those would have been the opportunity for the long trade after the bullish cross and the pullback to the BBC. Okay, over here we had a bearish cross and a pullback right there. There was just a little tiny space right there. But if you didn't want to do that and you wanted to wait for this pullback down here, you could have done that. There was a little bit of room between here and the window of opportunity down to the MA1. I was thinking it was going to get down to the zone down here because we had just passed through 2 zones. We went from this zone through this zone. And I was thinking we're going to get right down to that zone. But again, remember the zones are areas, and they're not always going to be exact, though often they are. We had a bullish cross here with a pullback down right there. And there was a secondary one there, a third one, a fourth one. And right in here it got really choppy. Okay, so there was no opportunity there. It dropped back down, pulled up here. This is the one that I took. I stopped out for 7 ticks, pretty much to the tick right there. I stopped out for 7 ticks, and then it dropped down. And then over the break, it came in here. All right, so I got plus 5 ticks on the Rusell, minus 7 ticks on the YM. Now, let me show you the 6E. Okay, we put a couple trades on the 6E this morning. I'll show you what they were. Okay, I'm just going to go from the open. In here somewhere, 9:30, right in here. You see the white is to the left of the green, so you're looking for a close down below the MA1. Right there would have been the spot to short. Okay, the white to the left of the green for the move up. It ended up going up a little bit there, but it was choppy in here right at the open. It was choppy and messy. We had a news event right in here, so we weren't really paying attention to anything right in there. We took this trade over here. It dropped 5 or 6 ticks in our favor. All right, we shorted right in here, and it dropped 5 or 6 ticks in our favor with the white to the left of the green. We moved our stop to +1 tick, and there's the DOM, so +1 tick on that DOM. All right, and we ended up getting out at +1 tick. Now, price reversed in here. The white was to the left of the green. If I didn't notice it, it was to the left of the green here when I was in the trade, I probably would have taken more than 1 tick profit on it. But alas, I did not notice. And price moved up really strong right there. Okay, came back down right here. White was not to the left of the green, so we didn't have an opportunity there. We didn't have one here. Right here we did, and I pointed it out in the room. There was an opportunity to short right there, and when it turned around, to go long right there. Okay, now the next time that price was to the left of the green was right here, going right into the zone. So there wasn't really much to do there. It gave probably 4 or 5 ticks. That's it. All right, it turned around and moved down off the weekly trading zone, so you would have been looking to get in right over here somewhere at 32.33. That dropped 13 ticks down to 32.20. Okay, that was the 6E. So on the morning, we have plus a tick on the 6E, minus 7 ticks on the YM, and plus 5 ticks on the Rusell. So overall, it's an up morning. And that was just the opportunities that I was able to take advantage of. There were more opportunities there, a lot more than that. If you guys were, if you guys were focused on one single market, you had plenty of opportunity to get in there and take trades. Now, let me bring this Rusell back over here for you so you can get a better look at it. You see how the black is crossing the red right here? It's getting ready to make a move up. Now, when that makes a move up, you would consider shorting it when it rolls back over. Again, it's got a weekly trading zone right here, so we're going to have to see where price is at that time with regard to the zone. Okay? Let's see. I think that's it, guys. I think I haven't looked at the questions yet. Hold on. What charting software is this? This is DT Pro. Robert says the best tools in town. That's the best toolbar in town too. We have the best toolbar in town. But as far as the tools, yeah, I think we have those too. All right. That said, I am going to stop the recording right here.